Today, we're going to learn how to stem like a boss. I'm sure your first question probably is something to the effect of, Mr. M, what on earth is stemming? I'm so glad that you asked. Stemming refers to the direction that a stem goes when you are writing music on the notehead. You're probably like, Mr. M, what does that mean? Well, I'm so glad you asked. We'll get to that a little bit later, but do know that the rules we're going to go over help makes reading notes easier for the person who's reading the music you're writing, and it keeps everything organized and consistent. So no matter what piece of music you pick up, everything is going to be stemmed in the same way. Just like when you're reading a book, the letter A always looks the same, no matter what book you pick up. The rules of stemming. So let's start with which side of the notehead the stem will go on. If a note stem is going down, it will always be on the left side of the notehead. No exceptions here. So if the stem is going down, it's going to look like this. If a stem is going up, it will always be on the right side of the notehead. No exceptions. It will always look just like the example here. Now, the next thing we need to determine is, how do we know when the stem goes up or down? Glad you asked. And it's a very easy rule, in fact. If the notehead is above the middle line of the staff, the stem will go down. Just like the examples here, you can see all of these noteheads are above the middle line, so they're going to go down and to the left of the notehead. The opposite is also true, so if a notehead is below the middle line of the staff, the stem goes up, and it will be on the right side of the notehead. Super easy, right? But Mr. M, what if it's on the middle line? Well, if it's on the middle line, it's a little bit different, but it's not really all that complicated. If a note is on the middle line, it can go either direction, up or down, and which direction you choose typically depends on the context of the notes that you're writing. If all the notes in the part you're writing are above the middle line, with the stems going down and to the left, then any notes on the middle line would typically be notated in the same fashion to make everything kind of cohesive and easy to read. In the end, whatever is going to make it the most clear to read is the direction you should pick. We just want it to be as easy to read for the person reading your music as possible. But Mr. M, what about eighth notes and other barred rhythms? Well, if you're playing a bunch of fast notes, there's a slightly different rule for this. For 8th notes, 16th notes, 32nds, and hopefully you don't see too many 64th notes, the stem direction is usually based on majority rule, if you will. So if you look at the section below, you'll notice that all the notes on the first set of 8th notes, one of them is below the staff, one is above, one is on the middle line, and one is below in that order. So basically, two of them are going below, the middle line is neutral, and then the top space would be above. Since we have more of them below than above, we're going to have the stems go up. The opposite is, of course, true with the second set of 8th notes. As you can see, those stems are going down because 3 of the 4 of them are all above the middle line. But Mr. M, what about this one part of this one piece I saw that one time that didn't do that? Well, of course, as with any rule, there's always an exception. In general, the rules we just went through are going to cover 99% of situations that you're going to encounter when reading music. So let's not get super worked up about the 1% of times when this isn't the case. When this is the case, there is often a specific reason, whether you're reading some counterpoint by Bach or a really dense choral piece or something with multiple parts written on one line. The reason that they break the rule is to make it easier to read. So when in doubt, know that it's there to make it easy for you to read. So in the end, it's all about making easy peasy lemon squeezy for the person reading your music. The stems will always go on the left when going down and always go on the right when going up. No exceptions ever. If you do it the opposite way, it's like writing the letter A upside down. Everybody's going to agree that that looks messed up. 99% of the time, the rules for up or down apply. There's always the 1% of the time. Don't get super worked up about it. It's quite alright, and the person who is writing it that way had a very specific reason. You should follow the general rules most of the time. Finally, we just want to be sure that our written music is clear, and we want to make the job of the person reading your music as easy as possible. If you follow these rules, your music is going to be clear and crisp, and nobody will ever have any issues reading anything that you're trying to express. Hope this helps, and happy practicing!